this episode, I'm going to show you how I plant out my heat-loving peppers, tomatoes, eggplants. Here you see me with a tote full of eggplants and hot peppers. And first step is to work the ground a little bit. I practice no-till, but you have to dig into the ground to plant a plant. So that's what I'm doing here. If there was mulch here, I would have moved the mulch back. But since there's no mulch, I'm just using my spade to dig in. And then I realized that I had a better tool, so I switched over to my better tool. I gave myself this little trench across the landscape going on contour. In front of me there's onions growing, and you can see some other potted up plants. So I like to use black cow manure if I don't have my own compost ready, which I still don't. So that's what I'm using here. But now that I have chickens, I'm looking forward to working with their inputs to produce some high quality compost, so I don't have to import this black cow into my system. But the black cow gives just a little boost for these plants, and they really do take off from it. So anyways, here you see me doing this is my typical method I use to plant the plants. I either use my hand or I use a tool if I have one handy, as you can see here. Otherwise, I just keep going down the row, giving myself a little bit deeper of a part of that trench, and then I backfill the whole thing in. Make sure you collect your cups when you're doing this work, because otherwise they blow everywhere, and that's a bigger problem. So just collect your cups as you go. Backfill all of the plants, and if you feel like you want to add another row, you can go ahead and move the mulch back again and throw in some black cow for good measure. Make yourself a new trench and plant them as deep as you can. Knowing that you're going to backfill with that wood chips that you just pushed. Backfilling. Another method is to just try to figure out and visualize where you're going to put plants. You don't have to actually take them out if you don't have a straight line. You just have like a bunch or like a circle that you want to fill. You can just kind of stack your plants this way, and then you at least get them where you think you're going to plant them. Here you can see that this same sort of plant can go inside a bigger pot to grow out a little bigger. So I do 3 of those, and then I plant the rest into the garden. I've always played around with trying to keep plants alive over the winter, so having them already in pots is a good way to keep them alive. So the idea is that those bigger pots hopefully will be able to survive the winter, and I'll have 2-year-old plants next year. I may have to pot them up additionally from these pots into even bigger pots because they grow pretty big. I'm thinking about trying to do that for all the different varieties that I'm growing this year of hot peppers. So this one here is the cherry bomb. And as you saw on the Trello board, I correlate the cup color with the cup label in Trello. So that way I can quickly at a glance look at a cup and know if I flip over to Trello that it's cherry bomb inside the yellow cup.